Also the Executive Director of Honor the Earth, where she works on a national level to advocate, raise public support, and create funding for frontline Native environmental groups. Woo! In 1994, Winona was nominated by Time magazine as one of America's 50 most promising leaders under 40 years of age. She has been awarded the Thomas Merton Award in 1996, the BIHA Community Service Award in 1997, the Anne Bancroft Award for Women's Leadership Fellowship, and the Reebok Human Rights Award, with which she began the White Earth Land Recovery Project. Thank you.
Hi there. But I don't have any hot pink pants. I really wish I did. I've been looking at them going, wow, those look hot. I want some. Hey, thanks for being here. I like looking out at all this power. Ani Nindawe Maganaduk. Hello, my relatives. Ani no Gichidakwewag. Hello, all you women, all you men who are doing the right thing. So thanks for being here. I come with greetings to my reservation, which is up in northern Minnesota, and we are having similar gatherings today, and we're working really hard on a lot of the issues you're working on down here. As she said, I'm Anishinaabe, but you know, I do have to say a couple of really proud moments. So we did the vagina monologues. First, in kind of a redneck border town to my reservation. Fabulous, fabulous. I loved it. I was the one who talked about a guy named Bob. I can't remember, but it was awesome, man. And then I did it on the reservation, which was so rocking, you know. And I got the pleasure of translating the vagina monologues into Ojibwe. So we could have bilingual production, something like Gigadowin Okidan, which means talking about your vagina. So, just in case you're wondering. But I owe a great debt to New Mexico. I was really happy to come down here. As a young woman, I came down here and worked a lot with a lot of Dene, with a lot of Hopi, with a lot of Chicana people, Chicanos. I see Erwin was out here a little while ago, and there he is, my man Erwin, Alita, and Jaime Chavez. A lot of people fighting on a lot of things still to this day. But as a young woman, I come down here and I worked a lot on the issues that trying to protect the environment, mostly stopping uranium mining and stopping coal strip mining. I just want to thank you for all the hard work and courageous people down here, and say apparently we have to keep it up. Yes. From what I gather, they did not learn the last time that nuclear power was a bad idea. I thought it was a bad idea 25, 30 years ago. Wasn't it a bad idea then? Like, why do you boil water like that? That makes no sense. That's a really dumb idea. But yeah, so I owe a great debt to the people down here for helping me with my humanity, my political and human development, and just, you know, so I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here. Last year's passage of the Violence Against Women Act was very, very important to our Native communities, to all women, to immigrant women. As many of you know, about 1 out of 3 Native women will be raped in her life, and 63% of the perpetrators on reservation were non-Native. And there was this big loophole, as many of you may know, which did not allow tribal governments or tribal law enforcement to prosecute non-Indian perpetrators on our reservation. And I have to say that racism that still prevails in terms of what should Indians have jurisdiction over remains in the state of New Mexico and elsewhere, but that law did give us jurisdiction. Yes. So I want to say I'm here at the State House, and I am hoping that the federal appropriations and the state appropriations will support tribal jurisdiction over non-Indian perpetrators in our communities. Yeah. That's what we got to do. And that is in honor of all those women who have been raped in our communities, and in honor of a woman like Jamsita Eagledeer, who died about 25 years ago, and her perpetrator was never brought to justice, but she did die. A very, very famous case in Indian country. So I work mostly trying to protect our Mother Earth. That's what I do, but it is the same thing. It is all the same thing. And this fall, my community, many of us rode our horses out against the tide of oil they are trying to bring in, whether from the Bakken oil fields or from the tar sands. And we rode that because that destroys our Mother Earth, and that destroys our water. We rode our horses because water in our teachings is the responsibility of women. And in order to protect your water, you got to stop extreme extraction. You got to stop what the insanity is going on with overdevelopment and exploitation of our water. So we rode our horses out in honor of our water, in honor of our wild rice, in honor of our people, and the same thing that we all share. I'd like to know that my kids, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren will still have lakes, will still have water, will still be able to drink the water and not have that contaminated for someone else's profit. That's what we did. But we also rode because that extreme extraction brings man camps. And man camps bring violence against women. There are 10,000 men in man camps up in the tar sands right now, and there's a very active sex trade. There are the same number, about 10,000 men in man camps in western North Dakota, and there is a very active sex trade and a lot of violence against women and a lot of violence against children. So what we know is that the same kind of a philosophy, the same kind of abuse that occurs to our Mother Earth occurs to women. And it is really important to me. I have a lot of privilege in my life, and a few weeks ago, I was out in Michigan, and they were talking about how they didn't remember what it was like when there was rice on their lakes, and they didn't remember what it was like when their water was not contaminated with PCBs, and they didn't remember what it was like to not have Superfund sites, and they had suffered from something called ecological amnesia. And what I realized is that I don't want to have ecological amnesia. I don't want to forget how beautiful Omaha King is, how beautiful our land is. I don't want to forget how beautiful this land is the Creator gave us and how beautiful our peoples are. We don't want to become people that are so sedated that we forget all of that. And to me, that is what this is about too. It is remembering us and it is remembering our power. And so, it is incumbent upon all of us to continue to resist their entitlement to our bodies and their entitlement to our water and their entitlement to our land, because no corporation is entitled to any of that. No government is entitled to any of that. Keep up our resistance, and then also I say to you, and you all know this, because there are so many people that do beautiful things here, is that while we resist, while we fight against their extreme extraction, while we fight against that, I always remember to celebrate what is so beautiful, to ensure that, to remember that and to make that. The antidote to climate change is not some carbon sequestration fairy. It is local organic farming. That is the answer. It is stopping coal plants. That is the answer. And putting up solar energy and wind. It is making sure that solar energy is available to poor communities, to communities of color. It is essential that we have energy justice as we have justice for Mother Earth. And you know that we are all happier and healthier when we know where our food comes from. When we know, and then we treat our relatives with dignity and with respect, and we don't live like we in a house that, basically American house has the equivalent of about 100 slaves in it, because we feel so entitled to everyone else's resources. That is not a dignified way to live, and we don't want that karma on us. We want to be the people who have good karma. We want to pay it forward. We want to be those people. So I just want to say, keep your vision on where it is we are going, because we want a future where women and children are safe. We want a future where our Mother Earth is safe, and we won't need to defend our environment from our government.